Welcome to a new video. Due to the point where we are in the Khan Academy digital course, this video is going to contain both the foundations and the medium difficulty level of this skill. That way we can complete the graphs of linear systems and inequalities skill today, and then we can move to our unit reviews in future videos. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let's tackle this first question. So, in which of the following does the shaded region represent the solution set to y is less than or equal to negative 2 over 3 x minus 1. So the two things that we need to know that are really important here are our inequality sign and our slope value, and y-intercept value, of course. We can see we have a negative slope and a negative y-intercept. That means it's not going to be looking anywhere like answer choice A. Our line is going to start at negative 1, and it's going to be sloping downwards because of that negative slope. It's going to look more similar to lines such as answer choice B and also answer choice D. So let's eliminate A and C. And can we see the difference between answer choice B and answer choice D is that answer choice B shades downwards. That's congruent with the less than or equal to inequality sign, while answer choice D shades upwards. That would be greater than or equal to. And our sign here is less than or equal to, so our correct answer choice is answer choice B. Moving to this next question, we have a system of linear inequalities, and we are just trying to find the solution to the system. The solution to these graphs is to just find a coordinate pair that is in the shaded region of these two lines. So negative 4 comma negative 2 is over here, obviously not in the shaded region. Neither is 0 comma negative 3, 3 comma 4, but with answer choice B, negative 2 comma 0, it is inside that shaded region, meaning it is a solution to this system. On to our third question here. If the shaded region represents a solution set, which of the following could be the inequality? So we're going to be going from the graph and writing our equation from this. We can see we have a y-intercept at positive 2. We have a rise over run of up 1 unit across 4 units, which means our slope is 1 over 4x. And then our inequality sign, we have a solid line, which means it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. And because we are shading up, it is greater than or equal to, meaning our full equation is y is greater than or equal to 1 over 4x plus 2, matching answer choice A. On to our last question here, question number 4. The graph of systems of linear equations. We're not dealing with shading because there's no inequalities. What is the solution to the system? Solutions to systems of linear equations is only at the intersection point. So our intersection point is 1 comma 0, meaning 1 comma 0 is the solution to the system of linear equations. So that was our foundation skill. Let's move on to our medium skill. Here we are at our medium difficulty level for the same skill that we were going over before, graphs of linear systems and inequalities. So here we have a systems of linear inequalities, and when we don't have our graph, we're not going to be looking for the shaded. We're going to be substituting in these values for both of these inequalities, and if it fulfills or makes these two inequalities true, that means it is an answer. So we're going to be substituting in negative 1 for x and 0 for y into both of these to test it out. So y gets replaced with 0 and x gets replaced with negative 1. So our first inequality looks like negative 3 plus 4. That is positive 1, and 0 is less than 1. So it fulfills our first inequality, needs to fulfill both of them in order to be a correct answer. Once again, our y is 0, and then our x is negative 1. So that turns into a negative 5 plus 2. Negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. And negative 3 is not greater than 0. So it does not fulfill the second equation, meaning answer choice A is incorrect. Moving to answer choice B, we once again substitute it in. 3 plus 4. And it does not fulfill our first equation. 7 is equal to 7, not less than. On to answer choice C. Let's substitute it into our first equation. 11 gets replaced with our y, and then our x gets replaced with 2, so that's 6 plus 4. 6 plus 4 is less than 11, not the other way around, meaning answer choice C is also incorrect. Answer choice D, since we've definitively proved the other three answer choices as incorrect, by elimination, we can prove answer choice D as being correct. Moving on to our next question here, which are following is a graph of the systems of equations. We need to get both of these equations into y equals mx plus b format. It's just the one that I'm most comfortable with using. So our first equation to get into y equals mx plus b format, we're first going to move our x and our y over. Then we're going to isolate our y. So the first equation is y equals 1/2 x minus 1/2. And then our second equation, we just move over our 3x. Y equals negative 3x plus 3. All right, let's check each of these answer choices to see if they match these two equations that we have. So with our first equation here, we're looking for a y-intercept of negative 1/2. That is good. And then a rise over run of about 1/2. That looks to be correct as well. So our first equation matches. Let's take a look at our second equation. We start at 3 and we have a slope of negative 3. Also matches. Answer choice A is correct. On to our next question here. If the shaded region in the graph represents the solution set to a system of inequalities, which of the following could be the system? So we need to go from our graph, create two different inequalities to represent this. Let's just start using this line. We already know our y-intercept is negative 4. So that's going to be part of our line, and then we can figure out our slope by finding two grid intersections. Two grid intersections right here. We rise down 9 and we run across 3. So our slope is negative 3x minus 4, and we can obviously see that we're shading below this line and the line is solid. So our sign is y is less than or equal to negative 3x minus 4. Now we can graph our second one. This one is greater than or equal to because we're shading above. Y is greater than or equal to, our y-intercept is positive 3, and then our slope is 2 over 5. Y is greater than or equal to 2 over 5x plus 3, and y is less than or equal to negative 3x minus 4. Answer choice A is incorrect because we need one less than or equal to and one greater than or equal to. Answer choice B is actually, I think it is the correct answer choice. It matches our equations to the right perfectly. So answer choice B is correct. Moving to our last question of the video here. Which of the following does the shaded region represent the solution set to the systems of inequalities? So we need to be looking at both of these lines and then seeing our shading. We shade below on both of these lines. Of course, all of these lines graphed are the same. It's just where they're shading that is differing. We need to shade below both of them. So let's check answer choice A. Answer choice A actually shades above on both of the lines. So that would be if both of the equations were greater than or equal to. Answer choice A is incorrect. With answer choice B, the bottom line is shading above, so it is incorrect. We need two shade belows. Answer choice C is the correct answer here. We can see it's shading below on this line, and then it's also shading below on this line, meaning both of the inequality signs are less than or equal to, and also that C is the correct answer. If you liked this more fast-paced format with these questions, we went over 8 questions in the span of one video. Let me know in the comments. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you later this afternoon for the advanced difficulty level. Goodbye.